What's cracking, people? It's your man, Cousin T, aka the Alpha Wingman, representing high-level technicians, operating globally and beyond. So listen, today I wanted to get out a podcast that I was planning on doing at another time. I was going to put some more notes together for this, but this was a request by Boogie. Shout out to the Dom Game Division. And I was going to do this after a few other podcasts, but an impromptu sort of SEAL Team 6 appearance on one of his lives recently. Also, by the way, before I forget, shout out to C. Douglas. He came through and just easily dropped a bunch of gems. But again, shout out to C Boogie. He ended it before that real work and that real surgery started to happen. He could tell that we were about to go in and just really dismantle any opposing rhetoric. It was interesting. It was like bringing tomahawk missiles to a fight that only has prison shanks. But in any case, shout out to C Boogie and C Douglas again. But what was brought up was two interesting questions that I think would be good to answer or address on a panel or just in separate videos, and I think I'll do that in the future. And those two questions were: what is happiness to a modern woman, and what is submission to a woman, and what is she actually submitting to? So I think that those are two important questions to address before even having a conversation. But in any case, anybody who was listening to that live heard when I sort of let the cat out of the bag earlier, when I brought up how a woman expresses why she cheated. And I'm going to address that today in this particular podcast. And this is answering the question about why women cheat. Now, there are a few ways that a thinking man needs to approach this. And there are other podcasts that are going to stream from this, because this is not just a one-dimensional answer, even though people try to break things down into like a sort of bite-sized piece. And so let's look at it from this angle. Let's look at it from the angle of what she tells the people in her life after she cheated, because a woman will tell 5 different people 5 different reasons why she cheated. And let's go through those 5 different reasons, and we'll get the full picture once we're done. So first, and we'll just make this an ideal situation, that she'll come to her significant other, be it her boyfriend, live-in, whatever she want to call it, life partner, husband, whatever, the title that they give is. We'll assume that she came to him first and gave him, an explanation as far as why she cheated. Now, let's keep in mind what I've always taught you, and I'm going to post this graphic again. This is the relationship negotiables, okay? These 3 components make up the contract of a relationship. So keep this in mind. He is basically the holder of this contract, and she's going to abide by these negotiables while they're in this relationship. Okay, keep that in mind. So over the course of time that they have been together, based on whatever reasons or factors that they got together in the first place, if it's a transactional relationship, meaning he provides and protects and gives her a certain lifestyle that she wants, that's the basis that she negotiates a relationship. And so she will learn his habits, she will learn his language, she will learn his schedule, she will learn his movements, so that she can work within that space. Always keep this in mind, gentlemen. Men create the environment. We terraform. The men who do shit, the men who actually make things happen, terraform the environment so that the woman can manage the ecosystem within that environment. That is the true nature of the dynamic between the masculine and feminine. Beyond that, once she's learned his language, she knows how to speak to him in ways that he understands. And so she's going to tell him the reason why she cheated or she stepped out on him. She will say, "You don't listen to me." She will say, "You don't touch me like you used to." She will give him a puzzle to solve. Gentlemen, let's be clear. I'm going to link a video that I posted a while ago about how women weave webs. Women are masters of language, and she will weave together and put together a puzzle that is so complex, and it'll be made comprised of pieces from his own life. She will parrot words. She will use his mannerisms and put that back on him to put him in this box so that he can try to figure out what he did wrong and how he can fix this and solve this puzzle. Because women understand that men, we are motivated by solving things, even though, just like the older men would always say, women don't want you to solve things. They only put things out there so that they can get that off their chest, so that you can listen to what's on their mind. They don't want you to solve anything, but they understand men enough to understand that if they give us a puzzle, we will go at that trying to solve it. And the reason why most men get put into a trick bag is because women create puzzles based on you. So you're trying to solve yourself, which is the most fucked up part about this. That's why it's a genius puzzle that you may never solve. Stay with me, gentlemen. I feel the ASP Holy Ghost coming in, and let's go to the T-Tall Tabernacle. Number 2, she will say this to her girlfriend. The second person that she will tell about why she cheated after she cheated is her girlfriend. And she's going to be raw and blunt to a point. She's not going to give her girlfriend all of the information about why she cheated. She's going to say that her man has whack dick. She will say that her man doesn't eat that cat like she likes it to be eaten. She will say that to her girlfriend that she was looking for something that's exciting or spark or something like that. She will give her girlfriend about 70% of the reason why she cheated, up to the point where she introduces the man or the person that she actually cheated with, because she doesn't want her girlfriend to be able to put that missing piece together to the puzzle. All right, we're going to get to that last piece later. Follow me on this. Third, her therapist. Now, her therapist can be anybody who is detached from her circles, her social circle. Remember, we have social codes, we have social graces, we have rules to the society, the social contracts that keep society at large together in the first place. The therapist is someone who exists outside of that circle, outside of that space. It could be a pastor, it could be a preacher, it could be a female mentor at work, it could be someone in a detached position from this woman's social place, so that they don't have the ability to interrupt her social environment. Okay, you'd think that a woman would tell her therapist everything and the true reason why. And if she does have a good professional therapist, or she does talk to an old school woman who has her head on straight, who knows the game, then the therapist knows how to listen in between the lines of what a woman says. Because even though this person is paid or experienced and trained to listen, the woman who's cheating is not going to tell this person everything. she's probably going to tell the therapist maybe 50% of why she cheated. She's going to say, well, my past and my past traumas and my failed relationships because of, this thing triggered this, and then I had to compensate, all of that stuff, because it's another channel that gets out more of the story, but it's only another piece. You see, the puzzle starts with her man, with her significant other. She gives him the outline of the puzzle, right? Now she's given her best girlfriend a few extra pieces to the puzzle. Now she's given her therapist some more pieces of the puzzle. Let's go to number 4, which is her mama. Now, her mama didn't like her husband or significant other or whatever to begin with. It just on principle. And we're talking about female nature here. And when I say her mama didn't like him, that doesn't mean that the guy isn't great on paper. That doesn't mean that her significant other or husband isn't that go-getter type workaholic that has built this lifestyle and all that great stuff. No, she doesn't like how she makes her daughter react. And a real mother who is just raw and uncut and honest with her daughter is going to talk about sex with her daughter. Believe it or not, a mother knows if a woman is if her daughter is being pleased. And this is an older mother who is talking to a mature adult daughter of hers. They'll discuss it. They may have their own language for it and their own way of interpreting each other's, sentences and structures and stuff. She's the one that gave her her language to begin with. But in any case, she's going to give her mama, I'm going to say maybe 80%. And the majority of that 80% will be on the language of the woman, which will not be a direct language. She's not going to say, Mama, I slept with another man because of this or whatever. She will say, me and Charles, me and whoever, my man, we've been through some rough patches, and we don't communicate as well as we should. And her mama's just gonna sit there and look at her and just like, okay, he ain't piping you down like you need it. I got it. Message received. Okay, got it. So her mama is gonna get 80% of the puzzle pieces. So let's recap before we get to the last piece. Her significant other, if she chooses to tell him anything in the first place, he's going to get the frame of the puzzle. Okay, he's gonna get the information about, okay, she cheated, she stepped out of whatever contract or whatever, and she's going to give him the puzzle to solve about himself. She's going to use his language, put it back on him so that he can go around in circles trying to figure out what's wrong with him. Then she's going to give her girlfriend maybe 60 to 70% of this puzzle, so her girlfriend doesn't put all of the other pieces about the other guy together. All right, that's to keep her out of her best friend out of her business, her secret boo. Then she's gonna give her therapist maybe 50% so that she can feel that she's got this. She's made this sort of public statement, public addressing for her ego purpose, just for the purposes of her ego to be satisfied of the act of infidelity or the act of cheating. So she's got that off her chest. Then she's gonna give her mama, the sub communication, 80% of the pieces of the puzzle, so that she's sort of made this concession with her familial aspect of the situation. And now we've made it to the final piece. Now we've made it to the one person who she is going to tell the entire reason why she cheated in the first place.